Lifestyle coach, athlete, speaker, and trainer are just a few of the adjectives to describe Carolyn Hartfield. The I am not retired, I am rejuvenated senior is savoring the spices of life and is on a mission to help others keep an active lifestyle after 50. Whether she's leading a walk through the Georgia mountains with her Hartsfield hikers or leading a discussion on clean eating, Carolyn is redefining what it means to be a woman of a certain age and beyond. She stopped by the AARP Georgia office recently to chat about her journey and what lies ahead. I'm Debra Tyler-Horton, and this is In My Own Words, presented by AARP Georgia.
Carolyn Hartfield, so happy to see you today.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming by and spending a little time with me on the show today. 71, and I want to quote exactly what you said first. Carolyn Hartfield, 71, seasoned and savoring the spice of life. Not retired, rejuvenated. That's fabulous.
Yes.
So Carolyn, I know you've spent years in corporate America before not retiring, but rejuvenating. Tell us about your journey. What happened? What changed for you?
Well, I had just left corporate America. I had a doctor's appointment. Actually, I remember it very well, Debra. It was the last day of my 49th year. And I had owned a health food store, and they were telling me I had high blood pressure. He said I was pre-hypertensive.
Okay.
You know, take it again. I just don't believe
You don't want to believe that, right?
That's right, that's right. So he took it again and wanted to prescribe some medication for me. And I wasn't taking it, and then people were saying, well, you know, that's a silent killer, so on and so forth. So, Debra, I took it for 30 days and haven't had any since, and I'm 71 now, so that was 20 years ago.
Oh, my goodness. So what did you do? Tell us. You know we all want to know what the secret is.
I actually simply started walking. I would walk, and that is the story. I would walk. I had an opportunity to buy a health food store. Hadn't been in a retail business or anything. I was in corporate America in the office and all of that stuff. So I loved the business, absolutely loved it. So I started transitioning into a better way of life, if you will, eating healthier, and I love talking to my customers and learning about it. Learning about the whole health industry and the foods back then. So if you can imagine, that was back in the 80s, a long time ago. But that was something I didn't know was inside of me. And I just wanted to try something different. And here I am.
Awesome, awesome. Talk to me about that transition of aging and aging gracefully, and what it meant to you, and what did you start doing with what you learned and incorporated into your community engagement?
As a matter of fact, that's a very good question, because as I stated, getting into the health food industry and learning new things, I was in my early 50s then, and for the first time in my life, I decided to start playing senior women's basketball. Growing up, the people that knew me as a young woman, young girl, I was a she-poo. You know, I didn't sweat. I may perspire or sparkle a little bit. But I was introduced to senior women's basketball, and I said, I want to try that. They were traveling around and playing, and I thought, I think I'd like to do that. Mm-hmm. So from the health food store to playing basketball, I was able to share with my teammates, because that was also the age that early 50s. They were going through menopause. And I remember telling them, I said, I think I'm having a hot flash. They said,
You just sweating?
no, they said, you're not having one if you have to think about it. So I would just flush a little bit, you know. So I started telling them about some of my different herbs and things that I was doing.
Okay.
So it was working. I thought, whoa.
So tell me, how did you learn about AARP?
AARP, somehow you guys seem to know when everybody in the world is
on our
approaching
radar, right?
50. That's right, that's right. So, of course, I got the information, and probably like a lot of people, I set it aside, you know, set it aside. And finally one day I said, okay, you know, I'm going to look into this and start using this and all of the discounts and the other fabulous things that AARP was offering. And I started telling other people about it, and it's just a part of my life now.
Well, I know you're a volunteer with AARP. Can you talk about your experience as a volunteer?
Absolutely, absolutely. I love, when I left corporate America, I vowed that whatever I did henceforth, it would be something that I really enjoyed. I loved my job in corporate America, however, it was at divestiture, and people began getting a little cutthroat, if you will, and I just didn't want that environment. So in volunteering with AARP, I was able to just have fun, you know, and enjoy life and just do other great things. And what was very important to me was being able to share. I was just living my life, if you will, but people would say to me, you know, you look like you're having so much fun, what are you doing, and so on and so forth. And then through the years, I remember when I got a call, and I happened to have been in Jamaica celebrating my birthday, and answered the phone, and she said, I'd like to know if you'd be interested in representing AARP in the Profiles in Positive Aging. I was literally floored. I really was. Just to know that I was being recognized for what I do. Just, I kid you not, having fun, seriously.
Well, you've been such a role model and a great example about 50 plus and being fabulous and enjoying your life. Talk a little bit more about some of the programs and initiatives that you've been involved in that have actually helped other women change how they think about aging.
Absolutely. One of the things, and I tell people it's actually my secret, the things I get involved in help me, so I kind of do it for maybe selfish reasons, but I'm able to share that information. And from experiences, not just from what I've read or learned, I get out there and I try it. Why not? You know, if it's going to work, I'll do my research and see what's going on, and I give it a try. And then I share it with others. A lot of times people will ask me, as an example, I actually volunteer with, obviously, AARP, the Atlanta Regional Commission, the National Park Service, Trails and Rails, and just a lot of things. Some of the workshops that I do, a matter of balance and self-management for chronic disease and diabetes, I'm learning.
Right.
And it helps me particularly on the preventive side. And that's what I like about it, and I'm able to share that information.
So this is really, really good. I mean, if you think about when you started in corporate America, would you have ever thought this is what you would be doing?
Oh, no, not at all, not at all. And let me say, when you ask me did I think this would be what I was doing, on my birthday, each year. I try and do something I've never done before. So for my 56th birthday, I was invited to go hiking up in the North Georgia mountains. And I thought, why not? I'll give it a try. Debra, that changed my life. It was one of the most exhilarating experiences I had ever had. Now, this is a little poo-poo girl from the city, right? Up in the mountains, you know.
Hiking.
Yes.
Awesome.
And I absolutely loved it. And that was a long time ago. And I've continued to do it every month. I became certified as a hike leader, and because I thought, who would follow this city girl in the mountains? You know, all these trails look the same. But on my very first hike, the hike leader, name is Clarence, and we hiked Blood Mountain, which is a part of the Appalachian Trail. And I felt so good. I mean, I was just out there, you know, leading the pack. There's only one way, so I couldn't get lost. But at the end of the hike, Clarence said, Carolyn, if you can do this trail, you can do any of the ones we hike, because this is one of our hardest trails.
Oh my goodness.
I was enjoying it so much, I didn't know it was supposed to be hard.
It wasn't supposed to be difficult.
That's right. So I said, there have to be other people out here like me who just haven't experienced it, you know, because you're thinking, who goes in the woods? I mean, I grew up in the city. I didn't even go to the parks. But that hike literally changed my life. It really did, simply for making the decision to try something new and different.
Carolyn, you once said, I may be a late bloomer baby boomer, but I'm loving putting the boom in life at age 71. Why is it important to you for you to continue disrupt aging?
Debra, it's super important to me because I know people my age, particularly those who may live alone, whatever the case may be, and we need to get out and socialize. And one of the things that I do, is the Just Walk program.
I was going to ask about that.
Yes, we are out every week. And it's actually posted on my website for those that may be interested. And the website is carolynhartfield.com. It's posted on there. We have wonderful walk. People make new friends. We have different topics that we talk about that is of interest to the people that are participating.
So just a great way to network, to get to learn, to meet some new people, to have someone to connect with, and get some exercise in.
Yes, absolutely. And like I said, we talk about different topics, and some of the people that walk with us are actually retired from their profession, so I encourage them to share what they may know. And Just Walk, the name of the program, is actually a part of Walk with the Doc. And Walk with the Doc has been around about 5 years or so, and I contacted them. I said, I'm not a doctor, but I want to be involved in this, you know, and they said, well, so I lobbied them, if you will, and we were the first program for non-doctors, and that's why they call it Just Walk, program of Walk with the Doc. And we just completed our 100th walk a couple of weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And we were told we have accumulated more walks than any of his other groups, and it's an international movement that he has going on. And it's so consistent, you know, I wanted like 20, 25 people to show up, but we've been very consistent with around, I'll say 10 to 15 people showing. And it's just really going exceptionally well. It's a great diverse group as well, and I really like that about it too.
So Carolyn, it's been an interesting journey. You know, I've even read about your trip to Africa and your mountain climbing and skydiving. You've a very interesting journey. Talk to me about the next, and I understand there's a book in the works.
Yes, that is true. And what else is it called? The Joy of Aging.
Yes.
I had so many people talking about not looking forward to getting older. But Debra, I'll tell you, I am truly living my best life right now, and I encourage others to do the same. Life is good. It's about the choices we make and how you look at it. And I am truly having a wonderful time.
Such a wonderful example of being excited about aging.
Yes.
You know, times are different. People are living longer.
Yes.
There's so many opportunities for people to do different things. And so, Carolyn, tell us a little bit more about the book and what is it going to talk about. Can you do that? Can you share a little bit?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, the plan is to launch it for Older Americans Month, which is in May.
Okay.
Okay. And in the joys of aging, I tell a little bit about my backstory and then all of the wonderful people and things that I'm doing, and hopefully encouraging others to look at life, the joys of life, as opposed to, you know, not wanting to get older. And obviously, who wants what the other side is, right? You want to get old. So
and healthy.
Yes,
aging healthy
absolutely,
and in
absolutely, absolutely. So a little of all of that will be sprinkled in, and it'll be an easy read. It's not going to be a 300-page book or anything. I don't know if I have that much to say, but
Well, you know, I'm so excited to have you join me today and look forward to following you and keeping you connected to AARP and continuing to volunteer and share all of this energy and excitement that you have about aging.
Thank you, and I tell you, AARP will not be able to get rid of me. You guys have just been great. I am here for the long haul, as they say, and I want you to know I'm so honored that you have reached out to me and asked me to be a part of your show. It's a wonderful show. It really is. And I am definitely going to encourage everybody. I'm on Debra's show.
In your own words. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you.